Within the past decade, there has been some sensitive topics in American history, one of them being school violence. School violence is consistent throughout the country and is even growing. According to www.stopbullying.gov, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated 70.6% of young people say they've seen bullying in their high school. Parents don't want to send their kids to school constantly thinking if they're going to get harassed, threatened, or even bullied. They want to send their kids to school knowing that they're safe, getting an education, and even enjoying their time. Today, we will look at the crisis of violence in high schools, discover some ways to prevent violence in schools, and explain how these methods will benefit everyone. School violence is in every school. School violence can be broken down into certain categories. The first one we will look at is fighting in school. According to www.dosomething.org, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated, in 2011, 33% of students were reported to be involved in a physical fight. With a third of students being in the fight, you think there has to be some good reasons for it. However, these reasons consist of boyfriend or girlfriend issues, gossip, and just petty high school stuff that can easily be prevented. The next one we will look at is bullying. Bullying happens everywhere in the country at high numbers. According to www.americanspec.org, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated, 20% of U.S. students through the grade 9 through 12 experience bullying. With almost a quarter of our high school students getting bullied, you think that someone would try to step in and help to make sure they're okay. Well, according to www.americanspec.org, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated, when bystanders intervene, bullying stops within 10 seconds 57% of the time. With bullying only being stopped over 50% of the time, it's not very good. We need to fix that stat. Also, the next thing we'll look at is school threats. And according to www.dosomething.org, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated, violent school threats have increased by 158% from 2010 to 2011. With it increasing 158% from 2010 to 11, imagine how much it's increased from 2016 to 2018. With all the violence being aimed towards schools, there needs to be change to help prevent all of it. Now that we've looked at crisis and school violence, let's discover some ways to prevent it. The first one we'll look at is fighting. Some ways to prevent school fighting is an increase in security. If you have an increase in security, they can be there faster to help break up the fights. Also, if a kid can just talk to an adult, it will also help clear up the situation. It doesn't matter if you're a third-party member or if you're the one that might get into the fight. Now, bullying can be tricky sometimes to help because some students might be scared to hop in and help because they feel like they could be the next victim. According to www.americanspec.org, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated, 160,000 students stay home from school every day due to bullying. With students being scared and staying home, it doesn't help the situation. It can also even motivate the bully. There needs to just be one student to stand up and help that one student. There are also organizations you can also join to help anti-bullying. Those being Kind Campaign, Stomp Out Bullying, and even more to look up. Also, to prevent school shootings, there can be an increase in security. With an increase in security, you can have more firepower there to help prevent the threat. Also, practice drills monthly will also help the students understand the situation when it does happen. A method Trump just proposed is to arm some teachers per campus with firearms. This will help the security prevent some threats when it occurs and also be reliable when surprise attacks happen. Now that we've discovered some ways to prevent school violence, let's explain how this will benefit everyone. Parents and students will both reap the benefits from no school violence. Students can go to school and enjoy their time and be safe, and parents can also not be scared or nervous for their students. It will also save kids' lives. According to www.americanspec.org, retrieved April 16, 2018, stated, 20% of high school students say that they seriously considered suicide. Students should not end their life because of bullying when it can easily be prevented, not by an individual or small group, but by all of us collectively. Today, we have looked at the crisis of school violence, discovered some ways to prevent school violence, and explained how it will benefit everyone. Now, I'm not asking everyone to go spend money and join an organization to help bullying or school violence. I just want everyone to get the word out so people are aware of bullying because it is increasing every year. With the amount of school violence in the schools, there needs to be a change. And the change depends on us. With everyone's help, we can make schools much safer.